Hello there. Recently ordered off of eBay. I got a large lot of comics. It was just called Bad Girl Comics, and got about 190 issues from this lot of Bad Girl Comics, and I think I paid about 50 or 60 bucks for this thing. So these issues weren't very expensive, but if any of you were comic book fans in the 90s, you instantly recognize we got Lady Death and we got Vampirella, two of the most famous of all bad girls from the 90s. And man, Wizard used to shove these things down our throat every month, telling us how these were the greatest comics. And boy, did they not age that great. I went through a phase where I totally hated these. I hated them when they first came out. And then after that, they just kind of looked lame. And now they've moved clear back around into, you know, kind of a period piece that you can kind of look at it for what it was and kind of appreciate them for what they were. But I got a whole bunch of comics, so let's start going through them. I got Lady Death, number 5. We got a Vampirella one-shot up there. She, Way of the Warrior, number 4. You knew she was going to be in the slot if it's all bad girls. I can't even read that. Journey 2. Oh, that's a Wizard half. Oh man, and it's even got the certificate of authenticity for whatever that's worth. Lethal Strike number 2. Another issue of Vampirella, 1 of 2. Razor number 19. She, Heaven and Earth, number 4. Homage Studios Swimsuit Special number 1. Vampirella, Death and Destruction number 2. Deathmatch 2000 number 1. Bring on the Bad Girls. I can't remember who that character is, but I know I've seen him. She came up in Wizard all the time. Extremes of Violence number 1, or Extremes of Violent number 1. She, Psyblade, man, it's been a long time. I've seen so many of these covers so many times, and it's just like, wow, to see them all back in like person. She, number 7. Painkiller Jane. Now there's somebody that I actually did think was a pretty cool character. Shadow Slasher, first issue. Evangeline, number 3 from Maximum Press. Seasons, Aspen Season. Man, some of these are hard to read, and some of them are. It's like I don't remember this. Angela, number 1. I definitely remember Angela. That was a good popular book. Artemis Requiem, number 6. Chapel, number 4. Angel Dark City, part 2. The Official Comics Inquirer Swimsuit Guide to Investment Manual. I'll bet you that's pure gold inside. Investment Manual. Show you how to make billions in comic book investing. I'll bet. I'll bet they did. She, Tumo, Sirens, issue number 5 of 6. Snake Woman, number 8. Oh man, she died. Razor, Uncut, number 15. I remember that was an issue, or Razor was a popular of the bad girl titles that was always out everywhere. Serious Comics is Fang. An issue of Glory, number 2. Glory, number 8. Babe Watch, of course. Glory and Evangeline, number 1. Now, they have seen women before, right? I don't remember, never mind. The art on these wasn't so great, in my opinion. They were strange and exaggerated and not very good, but you know what? It's like I said, looking back at the time, you know, for the period, you can go back and say, okay, I remember this phase of comics. It was really popular for a while, and now it's kind of just cracks me up. But I don't hate that. We got Razor Uncut number 24, Lady Death number 3, Wrathborn number 3, Torture number 1, Wrathburn number 6, no, number 5. Looks like we got Poison Half. It is not a wizard one. Well, it might be a wizard half, but it's a half. Razor Torture number 3, Razor Uncut number 15. That's a double. We've already seen that one. Samurai Mistress of Martial Arts number 1. Vampirotica. That doesn't look good. Seraphim number 1. She number 7. Let's go ahead and pull these down. Like I said, we got a lot to go through because I can't believe how many comics I got for the price that I got them for. Vampirella number 7. Wow, another Vampirella. Mystery Walk, part 1 of 6. She, the series, number 11. Widow, Made in Britain, number 1. Looks like Aeon Flux to me. Razor, Dark Angel, the final nail. Looks like a crossover. There's a pretty good She cover. Torture, Platinum Zero, Double Impact. Vampirella number 1. You know, funny enough, I don't remember any of these series lasting very long. And none of, judging from the numbers on them, man, none of these things went over like 10 issues hardly. Except for Buffy there. Buffy was a good book. Samurai number 1. It's another duplicate. Samurai number 1, but a different company is making it. Another Poison Half. Let's see if that one's got the... Nope, does not have the wizard certificate, so it must not be. Rest in Peace, 2 of 4. Barbed Wire, of course. Rebirth, number 1. Quest of the Tiger Woman, a genetic park adventure. Okay. I'm not going to say all of these are classy. These Lady Vampire, Kira, Suspira, number 3 from Chaos Comics. Razor, Torture, number 3. I think that one's already been up. Jade Warriors, number 2. Season of the Witch, number 1. Blood of the Queen, number 2 from Dynamite. Grimm's Fairy Tales, number 11. Night Cat. It felt kind of thick, so I was going to see what was in there. Wow, Sin Boldly from Image. Sure, that one's got a lot of plot to it. Vampirella, Death and Destruction, number 1. Vampirella Strikes. I remember Wizard. Man, this cover was on everywhere. They were pumping that thing out constantly. Patron, number 1. Cat Claw from Eternity Comics, number 6. Bad Girls of Blackout, number 0. Bad Girls of Blackout, number 1. Extremes of Violent, number 2. Vampirella, Dracula, the Centennial. Another copy of Vampirella, number 7. Oh, that one shot again. Yeah, I didn't exactly know what all was in this series. Or in this lot when I bought it. And I just knew it was Bad Girls. And they had kind of like one of those pictures where you can't really see what all's in it. Just like a pile of comic covers. We got some issues of Elektra. Wow, Elektra has a 18 plus rating on it. I did not know that. That's crazy. Vampirella, The Walk, 1 of 4 of 6. Vampirella meets Army of Darkness. Man, who knew that existed? Armageddon Rising, Kill All the Bad Girls. The Agency, number 1. Witchblade, number 111. Okay. Now, I just said that, like, these issues never ran very long. These comics never ran very long. I forgot all about Witchblade. Witchblade has gone on forever. Still going on, probably. Which I don't know because I don't buy new comics at the store anymore. It's Black Canary, number 5. And you can see some of these got pretty hefty price tags on them. You know, normal prices, $3, and I know I paid, gosh, probably less than 50 cents a piece for these. IX Generations featuring Aphrodite. Fathom premiere, number 1. Witchblade, Demon Reborn, number 1. See, Witchblade used to be done by, what was it, Top Cow or Image? I can't remember. And now it's done by Dynamite and Top Cow. I guess Dynamite's been picking up the slack lately. Let's see, we got Warrior Nun, Ariella. Actually, I have a figure of her somewhere. Michael Turner's Soulfire, number 8. Panther. I don't even see an issue number on it. Looks interesting. Sirens, part 3 of 6. Silver from Free Comic Book Day. Oh, shoot. I'm going to pull these down and make room for some more. We'll keep going through these. We've got Evangeline, Deadly Sins. Got another copy of She, The Art of War. Nira, Cyber Angel and Cinder, number 1. And so many crossovers. Razor, Burn, number 1. Zero Platinum. Another issue of Torture, number 1. And there's so many number 1s in this set. Tomu and Witchblade Blade crossover, number 1. Another issue of She. Babes of Broadway, number 1. John Byrne's Babe, number 2. Angela, number 1. Again, 2 copies of that. That's nice. Angela, number 2. Nira, Series 2, issue number 3. She. Sukiyaki. What is that? Senryak. We're going to just say number 1. It's been a while since I've been able to read some of these titles. It's harder to read some of this fine print from behind the camera too. So we got She the series, She number 3, Simidar number 4. I'm not sure what that one is. Interesting cover though. Sax. Oh, Sax and Violence. And Violence, I get it. Nice play on words. Rogue Angel, Red Agent, 205. Purgatory, Painkiller Jane, Dark Child, number 1. The Mummy, that looks like the newer one. Yeah, that's the newer Mummy. Okay. Mortality, or Mortal, Truths and Legends, number 2. Lady Mechanica from Free Comic Book Day. I was never that big into those Free Comic Book Day comics. I don't know. I know a lot of people are totally into those, and they get a lot of business over there, but whenever they have those, but I don't. I was never that into them. Inferno, number 1. Something called Gallery. High Impact Studios, Lingerie. I'm sure that's great. Prophecy, book 1. Harley Quinn, Power Girl. See, I would never categorize Harley Quinn as a bad girl. To me, bad girls are that silly art from the 90s, and Harley Quinn was always just, I don't know, just a normal female character. We got Gen 13, number 1, Ordinary Heroes. Terminator Endgame, number 2. Lords of the Jungle, featuring Tarzan and Sheena, number 3. Demonique, 1 of 4. Devi, number 5. Donna Mia, number 2. Eternal Soulfire, number 3. Eternal Soulfire number 1. Fathom Blue number 4. Fathom Kitani number 4. 4A. Babe number 2 again. I got another repeat. Helena Catfight number 1. We got Purgatory number 2. Does that even have a title on it? It just says 1. Okay. 1 number 2. Interesting. So Fathom Sourcebook number 1, volume 1. Madame Mirage. Don't see. Oh, number 1. Big number 1s on these. I guess I'm looking for the small ones. Magdalena number 1. Swords of Sorrow, Vampirella number 3. Red Sonja number 25. More Mortal Than Mortal number 2. Mercy Sparks issue number 3. Magdalena number 8. Nira Soul Surge. And let me see here. Looks like we got another issue of Armageddon. More Mortal Than Mortal number 4. Extreme Destroyer Max Mirage. Lady Death number 26. Law and Order number 2. Lethal Strike number 2. Helena Catfight number 1. Double Impact number 3. Double Impact. Gosh, I don't even see an issue number on these. Extremes of Violent number 2. We've already seen that one come through before. We got Razor number 12. Widow Made in Britain number 1, which we've already seen. Lady Death number 6. Claws 2 of 3. The 10th number 2. Spirit of the Tau number 4. Eternal Soulfire number 5. Red Sonja Conan issue 4. Mercy Heat. Red Sonja number 4 from the Dynamite series. And Vamps. Hollywood and Vane 2 of 6. So that is pretty much the whole set. Like I said, I paid like $50 and I got about 190 comics, so real close to 25 cents a piece. Maybe 26, 27. It's a little bit more than 25, but totally worth it. As awkward as some of these are to look back and think, gosh, this was really popular in the comic scene at one point. And man, yeah, like I said, they didn't age well. They're kind of cringy to look at now. And the art was not that great. We all know the stories were not super great in a lot of these. Some of them, of course, have their exceptions, but for the most part, yeah, kind of just placating to the adolescent male, in my opinion. But you can look back at it now for what they were, for the time period it was, and it's a whole era. It's kind of just like Rob Liefeld, how you can look back at his stuff and see what it is now. Anyway, that's me going through all of them, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you stayed through to the end, and I want to thank you a lot, and I'll catch you later. Bye.